Hello, hello, happy Sunday. I'm just double checking and get you guys up on my other screen so I can see your comments. All right, there you are. Perfect. How's everybody's Sunday today? I'm Allie, by the way. And today we're going to be hopping down the bunny trail. Ha ha ha. So we have our cutie patooties. This is new from Sizzix, and it's called Bunny Stitch. And we're going to have some fun just doing some simple die cutting and talking about how to use word dies. So we're going to be making a few of these cutie pies. And we'll be making a card today too. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Beth. All right, shall we get started? Let me introduce you to all the bunnies first, our die set, and what's involved with that. So I've just put a lot of these pieces on some just random pieces of magnet here, just so I don't lose them on my desk. So we have 3 bunnies. So we have like the solid bunny. So you could absolutely just die cut these and you could make all of the details on them with Copics or pens. Yes, it does remind me of the Velveteen Rabbit too, Teresa. Absolutely. So cute. And remember, bunnies are an all-year-round thing. They're not just necessarily an Easter thing. You could make them Valentine's with the heart. You can make them spring with the egg or Easter. But you could use these all year round, like for a birthday card. Bunnies are not situated for a season per se. You could put them in the snow. You could put them in the fall leaves. All simple and cute. So to go along with the outsides are the more detailed aspects. Can't talk today. And you're given details like arms, eyes, nose, inner ears, fluffiness. And of course there's 3 positions of them. And because they have voids in them, like this, that's why you're meant to cut maybe a darker backer. You could go brown, you can make them pink, blue, doesn't matter. But that's why you could go a little bit darker than whatever you've put on the main shape so that you have the contrast between the 2. And then, of course, we have this bunny here, and he's super duper duper cute. And then, along with that, there's a heart, again, with those simple, like, cutouts. So you have your solid and your cutout. And then in my packaging, because they're not actually out right now, you have an egg and a carrot. How stinking cute is that? Now, there's also these, which are meant to be stitches, like hand-stitched. So this is meant to be put on for detail. And, of course, you don't have to use these. They're just cute aspect, that's all. And it's nice that they put it on one solid piece, so you just send a piece of cardstock through and you get like 9 or 10 of them all at the same time, which is great. Makes your die cutting a lot easier than having to do them one at a time. Yeah. All right, so this is still in the shop if you're interested in it. And the other die that we're going to be using today, and I love simple dies like this. Let me get them out of my... Oops, I've got them stuck in the bottom. Okay, this is the Memory Box Hugs Daily Script die, and it's a 2-piecer. So it's got like the shadow backer, and then it's got the specific letters, but it's also got it's almost like a shadow die too, and then it's got the bigger shadow die. So, well, actually, this one is more so to build. So there's like 3 parts to this die, and we're going to be using it across our card today. So Yes, you could absolutely use that stitch die for a border because it's basically a straight line. You could do it all the way down both sides and the top and bottom. Absolutely. Okay, we're going to stick this here. All right. So for today's card, I thought we would do a mini slimline because it's a card size that's becoming more and more popular, and I thought we would discuss it. So, and it's really easy to make. All right. So, there's no real standard actually for a mini slimline. Mine today is 3.5 by 6. Okay. They all tend to be somewhere in the span of 3.5, even up to 4. I've even seen 3.25. So like I said, it's not a standard size. You kind of just do whatever width you want, but they do tend to be a little taller than an A2 sized. So mine is a 6-inch card today. All right, so let's start by making our card base here. So I have cut a 6 tall by 7 wide. Okay. I got some smooch on my card, smoots on my card. And then I've already pre-scored it at 3.5. You absolutely need one of these bone folders because they don't leave a mark on your paper. If you have bone folders that aren't made out of silicone, you can leave very shiny marks on your cardstock when you use this, but the silicone ones do not do this. Now, this piece of black cardstock is cut just slightly smaller than that 6 by 3.5. I like mats on my cards. I think it's a one way to bring in the tone, like whatever color you want to accentuate. But I think it makes things stand out when you have a frame, even if it's just a teeny frame like this. And give me a second and I'll measure it. And that's not even. Oh, well. So this one, if I can get my ruler right here, it's like, yeah, 3 and 1, 2, 3. 3/16? No, that can't be right. So it's 1/16 back from 3.5, and it'll be that way for that measurement too. So I thought for today, I love this. This is Craft Consortium's ink drops, and you can get these in a variety of colors. This one happens to be ocean, so blues and greens. This one is rose. This is still in the shop as well. All you have to do is do a search on ink drops or Craft Consortium ink drops, and there's a variety of size. Plus, you can get this in a 12 by 12 if you're a scrapbooker. See, I don't do alcohol inks, so I love the fact this looks like alcohol ink work. Yeah, all I have to do is cut a piece of paper. But I mean, if you like doing backgrounds like this, I totally get it. So I thought I would kind of let you guys decide. Shall we go red, pink, or purple with this? So you guys vote red, pink, or purple as our backer today. And of course, I am giving away the card that we make today. So if you want to comment. Hi, Bonnie. I know, beautiful paper, right? I just love this stuff. And if you look closely, it's got like a gold metallic running through the veins on all of them. So it's unified. But isn't that pretty? And all different shades. And look at the detail on that ink. Like somebody has actually taken it and blown across it to make the ripples. And then it's dried. So we have 3 purples. Oh, you girls are after my own heart. Okay, purple. So we're gonna go to the end here. Wow, they're just stunning. So I'll pick a purple in here. Ah, well, this page is saying it jumped right out. So this is the page that we're gonna use today. All right, so I'm gonna bring in my trimmer. Oh, I know I wouldn't want to cover it up, but you know, we're going to a little bit. It's still going to showcase, which is good. So we're going to go, we did 3.5, so I need 3.25. And let's see, maybe we'll cut off a little bit more. Oh, I like that. Maybe we'll use this side, okay? And then we'll cut off this end. So it was 6. We're going to back off 1/4 of an inch here. So it's 5 3/4 now. Of course, keep all your scrappies. And wow, that's stunning. And then we have our card base all ready to go for all of our goodies. So like I said, if you don't necessarily want to spend the money on alcohol inks, this is the paper for you. All right, I'm going to put that lighter kind of purple piece at the bottom. And we're just slapping it in the middle. There we go. Okay. Let's see. We're going to bring in some... This is kind of like a rose gold colored copper-y type paper, because we're going to put on our Hugs die cut today. And all we're going to do is cut this a couple of times. Now, I've already got leftovers, which I'll use. And then, guys, guess what I did? I sent my husband for Starbucks. I woke up with a plugged ear this morning, so I needed something warm to get stuff a-flowing. All right, let's clear my desk here. Okay, so we got our Hugs die. We've got like the internal detailed hugs, and I always put my die, the cutting surface, facing up. So if you look at my platform, this one has never been cut into. It's completely flat. I find that I get a much better cut when I cut upside down. And it took me a few years to figure that out. Because what happens is it's the plate on the top that gets bowed and not the plate on the bottom. So it gives more even pressure. So if you're having problems with your die cutting, that might be why. Try reversing and actually cutting upwards and not cutting down with your dies. So we're just going to take our tool here and take everything out of that die. Thank God for tools like this, because I don't know if I ever get anything out of it. And we're going to use this outer piece too, so sometimes you have to get your die pick underneath and then it'll pull out. You just want to be careful, because there. Okay, so everything's in my bowl. Everything's in the bowl. Hi, Anita. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So for this one, we're going to put our Hugs kind of in a straight line. So sometimes I actually take my ruler, and we're just going to use a piece of temporary tape just to keep my flap down. Sometimes I take my ruler and use it to make sure that everything's straight, right? Because nobody wants a woo unless you want a woo. Okay. So you could have ideally taken a piece of that metallic paper and put some sticky back on it so it becomes like a sticker, or you can run this through your Xyron. One second. I gotta get my glue going. haven't used it in a day or two, so okay, there we go. So this is Barely Arts glue. I like this glue because of the fine tip. Now, you can absolutely buy fine tipped containers on the market and fill it with whatever glue you want. Absolutely. But when one glue comes with this already on it, it just makes it that much easier. Okay, I'm just taking that needle point and getting glue across everything because we're going to put this one down first. Okay. I'm going to pull out my tweezers. Tweezers to the rescue. Okay. This glue also dries clear and matte. Just double check that everything. So what you do is you line up a line down this side. And just make sure that your die cut is straight. Now, there's some holy parts that we gotta put back in here. So you just have to find the appropriate holy parts. Stay down there. Okay. So we're gonna use the circle or oval from the G. And if you need to throw in the die cut, like if you don't know where it goes, throw your die cut in to that space without glue, and then it will basically showcase where you need to put that inside piece. But I'm eyeballing it today. Oh, and this is a cute little teeny piece. It's kind of like a teardrop for that low hanger on that G. Okay, just have to make sure it's pointed in the right direction. Okay. Woo! There we go. So you can absolutely cut three of the same, but I figured, yeah, we'll use two different ones. So now I'm going to use the inners, like the actual letters, not the outline, for my other two, because we're going to make it like a straight line of these down the card. Because who says that your sentiment can't be simple? Sorry, there we go. Okay, G. Oops, we forgot the S, but that's okay. We can squeeze it in there. Sometimes you do this, and I don't want to pull it up. Itty bitties. We're squishing that S in there. Oh, Spencer. So my son is in the basement right below me, and he's yelling at the top of his lungs, so I turned off his internet. Shh. I'm such a bad mom. Do you guys do that too? You control the internet in the house if you've got kids at home? Yeah, it's my way of saying, yeah, you got other things to do. Okay, so we're just putting hugs down. And of course you can use any kind of metallic for this. I think it would look good in silver too. This is kind of like a rosy, goldy, coppery color. So they have so many on the market. So you can pick and choose whatever kind of goes with your color scheme. Okay. Okay, we're doing another hugs. Just the outlines up here. I know, Patty, don't you just love that purple? Oh, see, purple's my favorite color. So when you guys decided that you wanted purple, it was like, aw, after my own heart. Okay, so I'm just trying to space it kind of close, just like the other one. So this is, you could also do this with an alphabet die. There's lots of companies out there that make alphabet dies, and so you can make your own version of this. You know, pick a word like love, hugs, and make your own version. So, and I'm okay that this is not going to fit all of the letters, and that's okay. Whee! Because if this was like a pattern paper strip, say with like sentiments on it, you would have cut off words. It's just the way it goes. And I'm just going to leave the tail on there. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to trim. So it looks like it was part of that initial paper. And there we go. So we got a multitude of hugs. And of course, if you didn't want an S on there too, you could trim and just do hug. That die will actually make it possible to do that, which is good. Okay, let's get to the cute part. Let's make some bunnies. Okay, I'm just putting the pin in the top. I have mine flagged so that if I lose it on my desk, I can find it. Because sometimes it disappears. Okay, so let's start with our backer pieces. We're going to do... let's make a couple of bunnies. I'm only going to use one on the card, but you guys can choose which bunny, okay? Let me just do that. Okay, first of all, so this is bunny 1, 2, 3. So you tell me which 2. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 2 bunnies. 1, 2, 3. So pick 2 numbers. 1, 2, 3. Whichever 2 bunnies you guys want to make. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Karen. I know. Oh, they're available in yellows now? Perfect. Yeah, yellow's not a color I use very often, and I should, right? So Patty says 1 and 3. And I'll do the most votes for the numbers. So 1, 2, or 3. Pick 2 numbers. Hi. Beth says 1 and 3 as well. So we got 2 votes and 2 votes. Oh, and Anita's 1 and 3 too. You guys don't want to do bunny bums? All right. Well, that's a good amount. And Teresa says 1 and 3 too. Perfect. Okay, so we do 1 and 3. Okay, we have Hoppy Hopperson. And then Spread Eagle. Bunny. Okay, so we're just going to use just a good old black piece of cardstock here, and we're going to tape our bunnies down just so that they don't move in the die. Now this isn't, I mean, it's just an outline, so it's not so bad. Okay, in we go with our bunny bunnies. Okay, again, I'm cutting up. And the other thing too is to switch your plates every so often, like every other time you die cut, and that will help keeping them a little bit flatter. It definitely helps. It doesn't 100% because you're always going to keep cutting into them. So, but another tip to use in prolonging your plates, because I don't know, sometimes I seem to go through plates like rather quickly, and then sometimes I don't. Like this one has lasted me quite a bit of time. Okay, so outlines are going back. We're done with our black. I think I can fit both bunnies on this piece. Bunnies. So, did you guys notice that we have a new distress ink color? Yes. It's called Lost Shadow. And it's in the shop for pre-order. So, if you're interested in getting any of the products from the Lost Shadow line, Distress ink, Distress Oxide, any of the sprays, refills, the pin, make sure that you go into the shop, so scrapandstamp.ca, and go in and order those today, because they're gonna go fast. I already put in my order. I am a full collector of the Distress Oxides, so I want to make sure that I got my Distress Oxide pad of ink. Yay, Teresa! Oh, my bunny's stuck. Hang on, we'll get him loose in a second. Okay, no more white paper. Okay, so the other secret to getting die cuts out of dies is give them a slam on your desk. Things tend to jump out. Now, you're not always going to get the little pieces out, but you're going to get the majority of your pieces out. So you're still going to have to take your pokey tool, and this is my little garbage bin, and take your little pokey tool and poke out the ones that didn't come out. But for the most part, they will come out of your die. And if you clean your dies after every time you use them, they're always going to be available to you to use when you go to use them next. And I can totally see using these bunnies quite a bit, especially for my Easter cards, because they're just so stinking cute. Oh, bunnies, so cute. Okay, you just have to pop out the ones that have stuck in. So there we go. The cute little nose. And of course you can keep these, you could color them and then drop them back in. Absolutely. You don't have to actually get rid of them and remove them. Okay, so if you've ever had little hairy parts, you know how you get those little teeny like hair-like projections out of some of your die cuts? And that's just the way the die presses into the paper. Sometimes it has a little teeny, very sharp edge, and the edge actually cuts off like a hair-like piece to it. So there's two ways to do this. You can use this tool, and what I do is I just put it on a flat surface. You have to be careful with die cuts like this. You can kind of brush out the back, just kind of do it on a sideways motion, or you can take a piece of low tack. Okay, this is Heavy Doodle Memo tape. This is also in the store. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Anne-Marie. Okay, and what you do is you take your die cut and you literally just press it to this, and it will remove those hair-like pieces of paper a lot quicker even than brushing them. So those little hair-like projections, and you can go both sides of your die cut, they just stick to the paper, and you don't have to worry about like weeding them out or attempting to get rid of them like through the holes. So just do this on both sides or in the area that you really need to do it in, and the paper just picks those up. See? Yeah, easy peasy. There you go. Another tip for you. Okay, we have boonies and boonies. Fantastico. All right, I'm just going to move this out of the way. We'll come back to the heart in a second. Okay, let's give our bunnies a little tiny bit of color. Just a tiny bit. Okay, so we don't need the black parts for this. Okay, you guys all know my trick, right? So, a little bit of tape. Take some skin cells. Just take your arm or your sweater or your pants, something to kind of get rid of the stickiness. And then we'll put our little buns down. Okay. Today we're going to use a little bit of like a soft gray. Oops, sorry. I have brushes that are jumping off my desk. Okay, we're going to use an itty bitty brush. And, okay, we might use that. And like, hold on one second, I gotta find my... This would be the perfect time to use the new Distress color. I think we'll go pumice. You know what? I think we'll go 100% Distress Oxide here. Sorry. So this is pumice stone. This has been out for many, many years, right? Okay. And lots of companies have different color of brushes. Or, sorry, different sizes of brushes. This one is brown at the moment. Okay, so to clean your brushes, I have a couple of microfiber brushes. Oh my god, I cannot talk today. Microfiber cloths, just for using with ink, like they're inky, right? So I don't worry about them washing clean. And yes, I put them with my towels. Yes, I do. Because I always put my towels on a sanitized cycle. So I'm just trying to get like a lot of the brown out of it because I want to use it with the gray. And if you've gotten a little bit of ink on top of your pad, you can do this with a paper towel too, is just kind of wipe the surface. Get rid of as much of the cross-contaminated color as you can. Okay. I think I got majority of the ink out. So we're just going to ink up our little brush. And we're going to be ever so careful with the ears. They like to bend. Okay, and we're just going to ink up like a few of the edges of our cutie patootie. And this will just add a little bit of dimension to him. You could do it wherever you want. And we've got a little bit of brown in with the gray, but I'm okay with that. Whatever. Whatever. And this just adds a little bit of life to them. And you can do it a lot or a little in some spots and not in others. It's completely up to you. Okay, and again, be careful of those tiny die cuts. I could have put a row of tape up under those ears too, but oh well. Okay, so we're just adding a little bit of shadow to our cutie patooties. And you really didn't get rid of a lot of that brown. Oh well, they're still cute. I saw some of the makes for this, and you could give them floofy, like cottontail bunny tails, which would be so cute. Hi, Carol. Okay. So we have some shadified little cuties. Okay. All right, let's glue these little babies to their dark backgrounds. Oops, this one's, no. All right. So again, if you didn't want to be this precise with your glue, you could absolutely make these stickers. There's all kinds of things on the market where you press your cardstock into like a double-sided sticker. So instead of gluing all the tiny parts in, you just peel off the backer and it would be a sticker for you, which is time saving, especially if you're doing multiples. Like if you're sending 10 bunny cards for Easter, it would make the process a lot faster, that's for sure. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Mr. Tweezers. Okay. He's so cute. Okay. Just trying to find... Now I'm going to do the ears last. Remember how I said they're kind of delicate? See how this one is kind of bent? So you just rebend it. It's the great thing about paper is that put a little glue on it and it'll stick anywhere pretty much. Okay, there's one little fella. Quick question from last week, Karen asks, did you mention where you purchased the mini Velcro dots? Oh, you can just go get those at Michael's. Yeah, you can just, I'm sure you can find them in the hardware store too. Yeah, you just look for mini Velcro dots. I use them as closures for cards sometimes when things flip open. So yeah, they'll be easy to find. Should be able to get them locally, or of course you could buy them on Amazon or something. Good question. Okay, bunny number 2. Aren't they cute? Who doesn't like a bunny? A honey bunny. Oh, they're so adorable. And see that shading makes a little, just makes them that much more cute. It almost looks like they're wild bunnies and they're dirty, right? Yes, and it makes the bunnies pop with that black background, doesn't it? I mean, you could definitely just use a white part, but I like the fact that they're on a shadow, because then all of the details pop out, right? Right, okay. Okay, so we need some hearts for our bunnies, because we're doing Valentine's. So I am going to use black cardstock again. I'm just going to cut down a piece, just make it a little less huge in my die cut. We're going to use that for the shadow. But this time, I think what we'll do is we'll go back to the same paper. So this is just the offcut from that 6x6 piece of paper. And let's make purple hearts that match the cardstock. Right? How stinking cute is that? Okay. There is only one of these dies with the set, so we're going to have to do this twice. So I'm picking like where there's a lot of detail in a small area. I think that's where we'll die cut. And then I'll just cut off a piece that's big enough to do another heart on the other side. And I always reuse my tape until it doesn't stick anymore, so I always kind of have them stuck up above my desk here. So that's why mine are inked, because I've used them previously. Actually, I probably used this one on the birthday card we did. So cute. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna put them in, and I'm gonna slide them through. Easy peasy off to the side here. So this is how you can make things matchy-matchy, right? So you could absolutely color in that detailed part of the heart, the one just like the bunny. If you had a white, because if you die cut a white version, you could cut or color. See, I cannot talk today, guys. Okay. You could definitely color it whatever you want. You could go pink, even though you have a purple background. So I'm just using my pokey tool. Then I got stuff stuck to my nails. That's all right. Okay. So we're going to find a nice spot. Look at this piece of tape that's bugging me there. Okay. We need one more purple heart for our other bunny here. Okay. 1, 2. In the machine. Okay. So we have our solid black heart. Don't lose the die. Okay. And we have our purple heart to match. Oh, and that one popped right out. Perfect. Haha. Okay. Just sticking them to my magnet so they don't disappear, because they will on my desk. Okay. Now, so let's assemble our little hearts here. Flip these over. And don't forget, I'm giving away a card today, which our purple card here. So if you'd like to receive a card from me, and let's see, I might have a little something to put in with my card today. Tweezers. I have a little stash of brand new product that I buy just to give away. So I have a stencil. I have some other stuff up there to put with my card. So whoever wins today's card is going to get a little something with their card. Whoops. Okay. Pressing them down. Okay. Yeah, the possibility of, Carol is saying that she really likes the possibility of adding stuff to her hands. And that's so true. I mean, the die does come with an egg, a heart, and a carrot. But, I mean, the sky's the limit. You could put another critter in there if you really wanted to. Okay. So, the other thing that you can do, I might have to bring in my, hang on, I need my cutting mat. Where are, ow, oh, there it is. Okay, So I'm just going to bring in the mat that I use my X-Acto knife on. Don't do this on your desk because you'll have problems. This is just a score pal mat. Okay, Mickey says, hi, Mickey. Bunnies are cute. They are, aren't they? All right, so this time, and of course, if you hadn't glued this down, this would be a whole heck of a lot easier, but, you know, we all do things in weird ways, or you learn, like, I'm gonna have to do that way the next time. So, I, too, after, let's see, 18 years of crafting, I still do things out of order or do them in weird way, so don't feel like just because you're a newbie crafter that you don't do silly things like this. Okay, so I just cut around his paw because I'm going to slip the heart underneath it. Like, if he'll take it. Come on, bunny. You need a cute heart. And we're, of course, going to glue it in there, but there, like that. And you know what? I'm going to do the same thing with his arms on this one. But because of the way they're positioned, I can cheat. I can go in from the sides and cut out those cute little paws. I'm trying to get as close to the paw edges and not get any of that black cardstock that's kind of stuck there now. So, yeah. There. The things we do to make things look cute, right? Right. Okay. So, okay, little paws in the air, little paws in the air. So we're going to do this. So this one is there. And of course, I can make sure that all of those pieces are glued down properly. But aren't they cute? Who doesn't love a purple carrion heart cute bunny? Okay. I'm just shoving the glue tip under there and giving it a good dose. Squish. Haha. I know, aren't they cute? All right, let's put them on our card here. Now you guys can choose. Oh, sorry, I turned off my light with my glue bottle. Oopsie poopsies. Okay, so we have our hugs. Now, which bunny do we want? Bunny 1 or Bunny 2 to go on our card today? And while you guys are deciding that, I'll do a little tidy on my surface. Because we got stuff all over the place. So, 1 or 2 on our card today? You guys decide. Oh, lots of 2s. We got 2 2s and 2 1s. Okay, I need a tiebreaker. Okay, Carol, you got to vote. Or Sandra. Oh, no, Sandra's got one in there. Anita says 2. Are you guys okay with 2? 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, that's 3 votes. Oh, and Teresa. Yes. Yeah, and sometimes, like, you know, try it out. Sometimes you have to put them cockeyed. That's okay. Whatever. But let's use 2 like you guys wanted. So he's cute. And of course, let's use 3-day foam squares. I don't think I've opened this pack yet, so give me a second. Because who doesn't love already cut foam squares, right? Ta-da! And this pack has different sizes. It's freaking brilliant. We're making our bunny stand up off of our card. Whee! So, I just wanted to give you guys the heads up that I am starting a new live probably next week. I'm just waiting for my graphics to be done. And on Tuesdays at, I think we set a time for 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And Tuesday mornings, we're going to talk just strictly technique. So we're not actually going to finish a project, but we're going to talk specifically about a technique that we use for card making or scrapbooking. So every Tuesday at 11 Mountain Time, I'm just going to share one technique. And it could be anything, any kind of media. And it's going to be simple. Because like we're not going to finish a card or anything like that. We're just going to talk about the technique. So if you guys have any suggestions as to what you would like to learn, I'm all ears. Just like my bunny, I'm all ears. So every Tuesday, I'm going to bring you a short live, and we're just going to talk about one specific technique, whether it's painting, tricks for that, or whatever you guys kind of want to hear about or learn about. So if you're interested, you can check it out, and of course it will be left on the Facebook page, so you can always go back to it because you can do a search, right? And I'm going to start that hopefully next week. So there is our purple cutie patootie. And he's got a friend, and I'll make another card. And you know what? I'm picking 2 winners today. So I will finish the second card off. And I'll have goodies in the mail for 2 of my commenters today. And I'm going to pull and post 2 names. Excuse me. Right after the live is done. So if you commented today, you have a chance to win. And I will send those in the mail on Monday. And 2 lucky people will receive a card and a goodie. So thanks for joining me today. I hope that you'll join me again next Sunday. And hopefully you'll join me at some point on a Tuesday. And we'll talk technique. So thanks again, guys. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.